Hi, my name is Hannah Lewicki. I'm in group 18. Today I'm going to be explaining our MATLAB program that we wrote. So our code breaks down, sorts, and compares the casualties from the Vietnam War. There are several different sections in our code. At the beginning here, we have the sorting functions. Next, we have statistics, then plotting functions, and then here we are comparing service length versus pay grade, and then here we're comparing pay grade versus age. Lastly, we have the final main script. All of the sorting functions essentially do the same thing, but with different sets of data. We use while loops to sort our if-else statements. So with the while loop, it just continues through the set of data until it will finally find a match for all the data points. The only difference between these, once again, is just the data that we are comparing. So this one, obviously, we're comparing the country. So here, Max wrote a while loop, this if-else statement going through this one. First one is casualty counts, VS, CB, LA, TH, so Thailand, Laos, all the rest of those. Yeah, the next one is just age, so it's going from 17 to 60 here with our while loop and our if-else statement. Here he's doing service length. Sorry, just the service. This one's age. Oh, we already did age. Pay grade. Oh, next is casualty region. This is the one I wrote. So for this one, it was a bit more difficult. Our main issue was that we didn't have a key as to what each one of these variables was to mean. So we knew if we had G, but we didn't know how many of G we had or what G stood for. So essentially, with this code, I wrote it. When I ran it, you get these results here. We had to take these numbers and compare them to this right here. So all of these have similar numbers to our original data that we have in our cell. So I took the MATLAB numbers here, so I had to find 1,187. I compared it over here, 1,187. So we were able to conclude that that was a vehicle loss crash stood for variable G. This one took a little bit more work than the rest. At the end, I ended up creating a key or a legend of my own for us to use in different other areas, such as like plotting or in statistics. Next is our statistics. Oh, we can do statistics next. So Eddie's script started with a menu. So the first menu options was to pick the category. So here you could have options from age, country, pay grade, service length, branch, casualty reason, just all the stuff that we ended up sorting at the beginning. And then you had different options of what you wanted to see about that topic that you picked, which is menu option 2. So you can see mean, median, mode, or standard deviation. The first part of his code, you had to find finding variable Z. So here we have all of our options for menu 1 that ended up equaling variable Z. Down here, you're finding either mean, median, mode, or standard deviation of variable Z that we picked in option 1. Next, we can talk about plotting functions that we have here. Plotting functions was a big part of what we did in our program because this is where we could compare all of our data. This is where we got all of our conclusions from. So we have a lot of different stuff in here. Here we're calling all of the functions. So that way we can pull everything we sorted up here, including like the key and everything that we had sorted that Max and I did. Down here, this is just making a bar graphs for each of the different topics that we have. Next, we're using if else statements to make pie charts. Here we have the title, making like labeling and all that. Pi x, pi y. Here are all the tables. So tables was another important section of finding conclusions from our code. Lastly, we have just the curve fitting tool. Using if else statements. Alright, next we can go over Claire's part. So Claire's specific portion was all about taking a specific set of data and comparing it to another one in hopes of finding that like there's some kind of conclusion to pull from it, or there's something that's sticking out. So she compared service length to pay grade. Here she had to just convert all of the numbers, or all of the pay grade, the like E1, E2, E3, all into number values instead. Down here, here she's just adding it all together, all of the data points together for service length, and then the next while loop down here is just dividing. So essentially she's just taking the average of the two, and then Max's portion here, he did pay grade versus age. So this, once again, he had to change all of them to numerical values, the E1, E2, E3, E4 pay grades, and then create a while loop to add, then divide, and then getting the average from the two. Lastly, I'm going to go through our manuscript here. This is our full project all together. I'm just going to clear this out. And then I will run this for you. So welcome to Group 18, where we analyze U.S. casualties of the Vietnam War. Please make sure that the group project data is all imported and all functions have loaded. So we can look at anything. So let's look at a pie chart, essentially. We can go through that of the pay grades. And then we're just going to wait for that to load. One of the cool things that we found when we were going through all this is that like a lot of people were dying on the odd months. So like in month 1, 3, 5, 9, 7, 9, all through that. So here we have like, so here it shows that okay, the younger groups were the ones to die more. The officers up here did not die as much as the more new military men. Anyways, like I was saying, so we were concluding because people were dying on all the odd months, we did a lot more research on that, and we found out is because a lot of times they would alternate different troops to go in. So maybe in months 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, that they had troop group 1 go in, and then on the even months they'd have troop group 2 go in, and that showed maybe that the group 1 didn't have enough training, and then the group 2 did, and that we could improve the casualty number with more training or even training. Another thing we can go through is pay grade versus line graph. We want pay grade of, let's say, W1. of the bigger issues that we did have through this is like, since we do have so many data points, we have like 58,192, I believe. It does take quite a bit of time to run through it, just because there's so much data to sort through. That was a big issue we ran into. We got having a hard time finding a solution for that. Just sheer amount of time that it takes to go through it. Maybe for sake of time, we'll save that one. But yeah, this is our final script. This is our project. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thanks for your time.